Hey guys. Alright, so the video down below is from NBC News, and this is Chuck Todd, the anchor of Meet the Press, talking about how this is pretty much it for Blumph. I mean, he's totally finished, guys. This time it's for reals. And they're talking about how Mick Mulvaney is, I guess, playing a little bit of 4D chess by saying, yes, there was a quid pro quo. Well, actually, no, there wasn't. So I'm wondering about the legal stipulations around that. I'm wondering if you say, well, yes, I did trespass. Oh, no, I actually didn't trespass. I said I trespassed, but can you prove it? Do you actually have any video evidence of me doing it? I think that's probably the strategy that they're playing here. And, you know, a lot of times Trump will send people out there like Giuliani and possibly Mick Mulvaney himself. And he will kind of, instruct them to be like, well, I kind of want you to be double-sided. I want you to be kind of bumbling and reckless with your words. That way, the media kind of chews on it like catnip, which is exactly what Jimmy Dore said. He said most of the things that you hear about Trump in the legacy media, it's just catnip for his most ardent haters. So I really just find it funny. I mean, there are literally people that are glued to CNN and MSNBC, and Fox News, for its credit, has been going after Trump a little more because they're a bunch of neocons, and then whenever they hear like, oh well, Trump wants to get out of the Middle East, he wants to let the Kurds out to roast. It yanks on their heartstrings as well as their purse strings because they all get money from the military-industrial complex, as do these people at CNN and MSNBC. But there's a whole other layer to it because Orange Man bad, we need to make Trump look like a stupid, bumbling tyrant. And, I mean, it's kind of a double standard there. So he's either a bumbling idiot or he's a diabolical genius. As Ben Shapiro said, he said, as much as I disagree with him on things, he said, well, which one is it? When he was talking to Bill Maher. And Bill Maher said, oh, it could be both. Excuse me, big breakfast. But yeah, and they were talking about how Trump has decided not to hold the G7 summit at his resort. And, I mean, who fucking cares about all this shit? Honestly. And Chuck Todd makes a good point. He basically says Republicans and Trump's core fan base don't really care about this kind of thing. Their approval of him still remains really high, historically high. And so you kind of have to think, it's like, well, if the shoe were on the other foot, if Obama, which he didn't, if he had a record high approval amongst his base and Democrats, of course Republicans would probably be mad because of the policies he's putting forth and the rhetoric, which both are horrible. And Obama, I mean, let's keep this in mind, he was a neocon. You can't even call him a neoliberal. He was a total neocon. He was basically Bush Jr. in some ways. And, you can't act surprised. You can't act surprised by the fact that Trump has high approval rating because he's doing a lot of good for the country in terms of the way we see it. So I just say to the people that are literally glued to their television sets all day, CNN, MSNBC, are you happy doing what you're doing? Honestly, do you get joy out of listening to the legacy media talk all about, these three things: orange man bad, white man bad, guns are bad, okay? Honestly, are you having a good time? I would suggest that you go out, get some fresh air, go for a walk, do what I do, go to the gym 3 times a week, drink some more water, because I think you might be a little dehydrated. I think you're looking at the legacy media as your source of water, as your source of life. I mean, come on. You're better than that. You can do way better things than what you're doing right now, rather than sitting on the couch and being miserable all day. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. God bless. I'll see you later.